What's up, YouTubers? It's me, Johnny, making another video today. Just got back from the market. I was at the Mennonite shop. Then I bought some fruit. You can get fruit here like this for like 50, 60 cents. It's like watermelon, muskmelon. There's a white fruit in here. I don't know what it is. And yeah, that's about it. Or piña or pineapple. And then I got a little bit of orange with it. Anyway, I almost always get the mixed fruit, but I just don't get the spices in it. Anyhow, I got back from the market and I wasn't able to get any cheese. Anyways, I just want to mention some of the cool things if you live here in Central America. You can get freshly cut up fruit very, very affordably. I shop at the Mennonite shop, which is open twice a week, where you can get homemade cheese. And today they didn't have any. I got some yogurt, homemade yogurt, and it's all natural yogurt. And the only other place I know if you can get all natural yogurt is the India store, or it's not the India store, it's the Indian restaurant. You can pop in there and buy like yogurt. They're both good. They're both really good. And I think when they make it, they don't put any sugar or salt in it. So that's what's kind of cool about the Mennonite store and also too the Indian store. You can get yogurt and products like that that's all natural and they don't put a lot of stuff in it. And it's the same with the Mennonites. I usually get the Colby cheese or the cheddar cheese. Today they didn't have any. Actually, it's not really that much. I usually think I get about a half a pound for like 25 or 30 Q. And what I like about it is freshly made. You're getting it really fresh. And also too, I think I like the way they make it. I don't know, for whatever reasons, it doesn't give me stomach problems like when I eat food in the United States. So there's some kind of cool benefits if you live down here. And then I don't always, but I like to eat the fresh cut fruit. Anyhow, I was watching a video today about, who was it? I'm trying to think of his name. It's one of the offshore guys who writes, or he makes videos about go where you're wanted or go where you're liked. And he made a video today or yesterday, I'm not sure if it's today or yesterday, about the top 3 places he'd go. And in the past, it was Mexico, Georgia, and Eastern Europe. And I forget the third, but it was another Eastern Europe country. I think starts with an S, not Sardinia. But one of the Eastern European countries. Anyways, he's kind of there. The question was, has he revised that? And he said he was kind of hedging in that he didn't really want to go to Eastern Europe anymore, or he didn't like it as much. And he was talking about how he kind of likes Ireland of all places for cultural reasons of speaking English and things like that. But what was interesting about the video was he's talking about Mexico and he still thinks it's one of the better places. The question was basically if you could only live in 3 countries, which would they be? He still chooses Mexico for a lot of reasons a lot of reasons I agree with. It's really big. It's really geographical. Different parts of Mexico, you can get different cultures. In fact, I think it's quite a bit different, but I suppose a lot of people are going to disagree. But anyways, it's so big. You can get beach places like in Oaxaca. Really, when I say beach, like places, I mean like studios and 1-bedrooms for like 200 or 300, and I'm talking all furnished. And like this one, the lady I know there, she's offering, I want to say a 5 or 6 bedroom house for like $500. But of course, that's furnished. When I say that, I mean furnished and all that. So you can imagine what it'd be if you did your boots on the ground research and found these places. They'd be quite a bit cheaper. But her and her husband and her friends, I think what they do is they find these places and they fit them out. And they either get a fee or they're getting a percentage of the rent. But when they're only getting $200 or $300, I wonder how much they're really getting. That's another thing you might not realize it. When people put in that kind of work, you're going to be paying a little more for your rent. So, and that's why that is. Now, in my case, that doesn't bother me. Like I get at this place for $200. Everything's included: the internet, the water, the garbage, electricity. So I like that. And the internet, I'm in kind of in the part of town where the internet's much, much faster. So some people like just to get a cheaper place and, buy that stuff separately. I think a lot of times we don't think about it, but it can kind of come out cheaper that way. Plus, too, I didn't have to pay a deposit or nothing. And, I can come and go as I please as long as there's places available. Right now, Guatemala is starting to get more tourists. So things are they're starting to get busy, I think. Not super busy. To me, it's nothing like it used to be. Like for the last couple of years, at Christmas time hasn't really been all that. Well, with Corona, things were shut down when I was here, but it hasn't really been that busy. Anyways, getting back to that video I watched, the thing I was interested in was the fact that the author was saying he thought Colombia had the nicest people. Put it in the comments if you think Colombia has the friendliest, nicest people. Anyways, he was hedging away from Eastern Europe and saying if he only had 3 countries, one would be Mexico, one would be Ireland, and the other one would be Colombia. And he's saying that despite some of the stuff that's been happening there. And I tend to agree, but I haven't been there. I may go there very soon. Well, not very soon, but like after the holidays. But I have noticed that Colombia is still quite affordable. Like when I look, now keep in mind I'm only looking online. Also keep in mind when I'm looking at prices online, I recognize those are going to be a little bit higher than if you're doing boots on the ground. So that's what I've noticed. I was looking last night at El Salvador, and in the news, it's been in the news recently that El Salvador is. This is what I've been trying to say to privately to people I know, that El Salvador has positioned itself to be a tax haven. That's why they've been, in my opinion, doing this Bitcoin stuff. It's not really about Bitcoin. That's just kind of the headline. But they're positioned themselves to compete with Panama, which is a U.S. dollar tax haven. The currency is the U.S. dollar. El Salvador has U.S. dollar. And now with Bitcoin, if you do any transactions, they're totally tax free. So they're setting themselves up to be kind of a Bitcoin technology, like cryptocurrency kind of tax haven kind of thing. That's what's in the news. I think it's actually more than that. I think it's way, way more. I think they're setting themselves up to be a tax haven to compete with Panama. And with all that, I've noticed rents. Well, all my favorite hotels I was checking online last night, some of them doubled or tripled. So either there's a lot of people rushing in there, or there's been a lot of people for a while. Now, I know a few of those people, so I know there's more and more gringos going down there, renting places and, staying in hotels and things. Also, too, I've noticed, too, from some of the people I've been talking to, that there's probably going to be a push to introduce Bitcoin into the economic system here. Recently, I heard that quite a few restaurants, quite a few businesses in Antigua are now taking Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as payment. So that's kind of interesting. Anyways, I thought that video was really interesting in that the author, I just can't remember his name, but he has that kind of offshore channel where he says, go to where you're welcome or wanted. So he was positing that Colombia is now he thinks the nicer people. It kind of surprised me because a lot of the offshore providers are really enamored with, let's say, Chile or Argentina even, especially a lot of the cultural aspects down there. But he said it kind of rubbed him the wrong way living there and doing business there. I haven't been there, but I have had other people tell me that. So it's just interesting that there's not the only country he really likes there is now Colombia. To me, basically, there's Mexico, there's Colombia, and then there's Brazil, and then there's Guatemala, and then maybe I would say even Nicaragua. I've been kind of checking things out there, things again online. I'm probably going to run down there, but it's kind of surprising how prices are kind of picking up, which I think a lot of this is related to COVID shutdown, and now everything's opening up, and we're seeing some bottlenecks and things like that. So I'm not sure how much this is related to just plain ass money printing and COVID being shut down for a long time and the supply chains being disrupted. So I'm just not sure about that. But now, from my understanding, you can go to, I would like to say, Honduras, El Salvador. I'm not sure about Nicaragua. I think you can go there now without the COVID test, but I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure, like, You're supposed to get the COVID test to enter into Guatemala, but they didn't ask me for it. And I've heard that now El Salvador has gotten rid of all. It's more like Mexico. You don't have to show a vaccine card. You don't have to show any kind of, vaccine or COVID test, vaccine or COVID test. So I'm probably going to go out and check it out and see what's going on. Like I said, I was checking out some of the hotels, and I noticed it's getting more and more expensive. So I'm hoping to check that out. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm going to finish my fruit and upload this video. Thank you.